We are now leaving. To the left of the boat is the borough of Brooklyn. This neighborhood is called Dumbo, not for the Disney elephant. It's an active name for this area, down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. You can find many luxurious condominiums in this area that were once warehouse buildings. There are also many art galleries. Look on the top of the buildings, and you will see gardens, shrubs, bushes, flowers. New Yorkers do not have space for backyards, so we have roof yards. We are traveling along the East River, and ahead of the boat is the Manhattan Bridge. The Manhattan Bridge is a steel-constructed bridge. As we pass under this bridge, you may see and hear the New York City subway. Keep looking to the right-hand side of the boat, and in a moment you will see a building with a golden statue on top. That statue is called Civic Fame, and is plated in 24-karat gold. It is a government office building here in New York City. At one time, the Marriage Bureau was located here. They used to process over 6,000 marriages a week. That's a lot. They were so busy that they had to move into their own building. Keep looking to the right-hand side and you will see a building that says Verizon. Look to the right of that building, you'll see a building with a green triangle on top. That is the Woolworth building, completed in 1913, Gothic architecture. It was the headquarters of the F.W. Woolworth Corporation. It was the first 99-cent store. Back then, it was called the 5-dime store. Then to the right of that, you'll see a building that's green and gray, has squiggly lines in it. That's number 7 Spruce Street. It was designed by famed architect Frank Garrity. It is a city within a building. You'll find a hospital there, a school, stores, offices, and many residences. People could spend months in this building. Keep looking to your right-hand side, and in a moment you're going to see a building with time residence. That is New York's Freedom Tower. New York's Freedom Tower is 1,776 feet in height. The honor of the air and the top of the building is a circular.
Everybody in the mouth. We're going to go to the front. There's some empty windows.
By the Goldman family, father, the son, his wife, all worked at different times on this engineering project. The father, Washington Goldman, sadly perished during the early years of the construction of this bridge. He dove too quickly down onto one of the pillars of the street and passed away from Tay-Sachs disease. It's a question. His son took over the construction of the bridge. He too had an accident on the bridge and became paralyzed. So his wife had to complete the project. Her name was Emily Roebling. Emily Roebling is honored as America's very first female engineer. As we pass under the Brooklyn Bridge, look to your left. You will see a barge in the water with a golden canopy. That is the River Cafe. River Cafe is a great restaurant.
Cynthia, and
great views of the New York City skyline. You'll also see a building with a tower. That little building was once a firehouse. Today it is called Brooklyn Ice Cream Factory. And nearby that you'll see another barge with a white canopy. You can listen to concerts there. That is called Barge Music. You can also see Carousel here. This is Brooklyn Heights and the Brooklyn Promenade.
Cynthia.
Things to do in New York is to
Cynthia, your food is ready.
It's free. It's something that should be on your bucket list. You can walk from City Hall Park over this bridge into Brooklyn Heights, walk along the parklands here in the Promenade, and have a great afternoon. Keep looking to the right-hand side of the boat, and as we pass underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, you will see the South Street Steamboat. The South Street Seaport is an 11-block historical district where you can visit buildings from the 1800s. You'll be transported back in time as you walk down the cobblestone streets of this area. Some of the buildings that you can see here in the harbor were dated back from 1876. One of them there,
Liberty
with the white outline, was there since 1876, and there's a restaurant there called the Paris Cafe that has been existing in this building since 1876. In a moment, you will see a glass structure on a dock in the harbor. This is Pier 17. On the top of Pier 17 is an amphitheater where you can listen to wonderful concerts. There are many stores as well as restaurants within this building. Once we pass Pier 17, you'll see two tall-masted ships. Those ships are part of the historical museum here, and you can visit them. The main street in this area is called Fulton Street. Fulton Street, if you walked along it away from the river, you would reach the 9/11 Memorial, Freedom Tower, and the Tribute Center. It's just a few short blocks from here. As you walk along Fulton Street, you'll also see a lighthouse. The lighthouse is a monument to honor the Titanic. It was an actual lighthouse that was supposed to guide the Titanic into its dock here in New York City's Bay. Today it is a memorial that you can see. As we travel along this riverway, in a few moments you will see parkland to the left of the boat. This parkland is Governor's Island. You'll see a white structure very near Governor's Island to the left of the boat. This is a breathing tunnel. It pumps fresh air down under the river to a tunnel underneath this river, Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. This structure was featured in the Spider-Man movies as well as the Men in Black movies. Keep looking to your right-hand side. In a moment, you'll see a cream-colored building with different levels, as well as the black and beige building, the windows are all black. Look in between those two buildings, and you'll see a church. That is Trinity Church. In the graveyard of Trinity Church, Alexander Hamilton and Robert Fulton are both buried. If you were to walk along this street, you would find the New York City Stock Exchange, as well as the Federal Hall Museum. The Federal Hall Museum is where George Washington was inaugurated as the very first president of the United States. You can visit this building and stand in the actual place where George Washington was opened. That street is called Wall Street. It is where the Dutch, the first settlers here, built a wall to protect the city from the. Keep looking to the right-hand side of the boat, and you'll see a 5-story structure with an orange roof. That was where the very first police station was located. Today it is being refurbished into the New York City Police Museum. You'll also see a glass structure that appears to be climbing on a building. That glass structure is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Keep looking to the inside, and soon you should see the blaze of helicopters. That's New York City's main helipad. You can take a sightseeing helicopter ride over Manhattan Island. It's a little expensive, but if it's in your budget, it's something that you would never get. When the president comes to the city, this is where he will land. When the president comes to the city, they close down this waterway and all the streets nearby for safety and security. In a moment to your right, you'll see an Art Deco style dock with a cream and green colored building. You may see a white boat within its docking area. This is the Governor's Island ferry terminal. You could take a ferry from here across the river to the left to Governor's Island. You should be able to see it now. Governor's Island is part of the National Park Service. It belonged to the U.S. military up until the year 2000. At that time, it was given to New York City to be established into this beautiful parkland. Most people come to New York City to visit Central Park, but you should visit Governor's Island because you'll have a beautiful view of the Manhattan skyline. At the end of the island, you will see a circular building. This is a fort run by the National Park Service. You could take a park ranger to there and learn more about New York City's history and Governor's Island. Next to the fort, you'll find some white structures. Those are tents. That's New York City's form of camping. But we don't call it camping here, we call it glamping. In order to rent a campsite on Governor's Island, you'll need about $350 a night. It's the cost of a luxurious hotel room. But you'll have all the amenities of a luxurious hotel room there. Keep looking to your right-hand side, and in a moment you'll see another park. That is Battery Park. In the center of Battery Park is a round structure called Castle Clinton. Castle Clinton is another fort that once protected New York City. Today, it is where you can purchase tickets to go out to see the Statue of Liberty. But a good tip is, the next time, if you choose to come to New York City and choose to visit the Statue of Liberty and actually land on the island, you should purchase your tickets in advance online, because it's the only way that you'll get access to the pedestal or to the crown. Those tickets are limited and they sell very fast. Castle Clinton had many uses throughout New York City's history. It was a fort, an aquarium, a restaurant. Today, it is run by the National Park Service, and you can go on a park ranger tour of Castle Clinton and of Battery Park. As you're looking at Battery Park, you'll see some concrete structures along the river's edge. Those are all war memorials. As you're looking out here in the East River, you may see some orange boats. Those boats are for the Staten Island Ferry. The Staten Island Ferry is a free commuter ferry running from Manhattan Island over to another one of New York City's 5 boroughs, Staten Island. We are traveling along the East River, and in a moment, you will look to your left and you will see a bridge. That bridge is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. And if you were to walk or travel along this waterway to your left, you would reach the Atlantic Ocean. This waterway is a very special waterway. It mixes river water with the ocean water, making it an estuary. This type of water is called brackish water. In a moment, you'll see across the river another set of buildings. And if you will look down the waterway in that direction, to the right-hand side, about 2 miles down that waterway, you would see the location where New York's hero, Captain Sully, landed that plane on that fateful day, that very successful water landing where everybody walked away safe and sound. Keep looking to the right-hand side and you'll see a set of buildings. Those buildings are not a part of New York City. Those are part of another state, the state of New Jersey. The first city that you will see to your immediate right is Jersey City, New Jersey. And further down, you'll see a building with a squiggly line. In that area is another city in New Jersey called Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken, New Jersey was the birthplace of Frank Sinatra. You can also visit the cakewalk there. So to your immediate right, you'll see some parkland in front of the boat. That parkland is Liberty State Park. You can reach Liberty State Park from Manhattan Island
Staten Island.
and you can visit Liberty State Science Center, the largest science center in the United States. The waterway that separates the state of New Jersey from Manhattan Island is called the Hudson River. Ahead of the boat to the right-hand side, you'll see a building with 4 towers with a green mold on top. That is Ellis Island, the National Immigration Museum. It has a sister in San Francisco called Angel Island. These facilities operated from the late 1800s till a little bit after World War II. This particular facility, Ellis Island, processed over 14 million immigrants coming into the United States. Today you can visit it. It's part of the National Park Service, and you can go on a park ranger tour. You can also research your family's history on its computers. Just type in your last name and see if anyone from your family history passed through Ellis Island. You can also do that from home at www.ellisisland.org. The very first immigrant to walk through its doors was Annie Moore. Annie Moore was a little girl from County North, Ireland. Ahead of the boat is the Statue of Liberty. We're going to get very, very close to the Statue of Liberty, so we have plenty of time to take photos with the statue. First, you will see the statue from the right-hand side of the boat, and then our captain will turn the boat, and you will see it from the left-hand side. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the people of the United States in 1886. It was a gift of friendship. It symbolizes hope, freedom, liberty, and everyone's dreams. You can visit the Statue of Liberty and land on its island the next time that you come here to New York City. You can purchase your tickets online and spend your time visiting the statue as well as Ellis Island. There is a new museum on the island. They had just opened it in August of 2019. It cost over $8 million. You can learn more about the island's history of the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is made out of copper, but the salt water here turned her to her beautiful green patina color. We'll be at the Statue of Liberty momentarily. So we hope you're enjoying your stay here, and we want to welcome you aboard and thank you for riding with us. We'll talk again soon.
Check. Now is the time. Come to the floor to order tap. Homemade sangria, mimosas, Bloody Marys, ice cold beer, soda, juice, champagne, mixed cocktails. Also from the kitchen, tender and fries, freshly made, nachos and cheese, hot dogs, french fries. Come on down to the parlor, order food or beverage. We will be at the statue momentarily. Get your cameras ready. We go.